Simon, you've just done a radio interview for BBC IPM, giving them an update. I think that the BBC was quite important in moving the campaign forward.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was great getting the 10-minute slot on the IPM programme, but what you realise is that about 4 or 5 person days of work went into building up that 10 minutes. They spent hours and hours on the phone trying to get Coca-Cola's attention. They thought creatively about how to spice up the 10-minute slot, and they got in contact with Eve Graham, who sang a song. So it wasn't just the 10 minutes; it was this literal, the days of work behind that really helped to move the campaign forward.
So this is an example of how initially one person working with social media can get some traction by engaging with bigger media.
Yeah, I mean, this idea is 20 years old, but 20 years ago you didn't have the internet, you didn't have any of these social media tools, and to get traction as an individual was impossible. Well, it was impossible for me anyway. 7,350 days later, I start a Facebook group, and in 42 days there are 2,700 members of that group, all rooting for Coca-Cola and everybody else to get behind this idea. Coca-Cola already have. I'm absolutely convinced we're talking to the right people there. I now need an NGO to engage, which is proving slightly more difficult. And then it'll be about getting local organisations with the long-term responsibilities for children's health in the localities where we want to trial this, get them engaged as well. So yeah, we've still got a long way to go, but we're making really rapid progress.
So you've become a kind of accidental campaign leader here, and I think you've been recruiting some extra skills and supporter together.
Yeah, I am an accidental lead. I don't know anything about campaigning. This thing has gone much quicker than I ever expected, and now I need a lot more skills and a lot more person power than I can put into it. So today at 2gether08, I ran a session, it's the first face-to-face session I've run on this campaign, trying to successfully recruiting other expertise such as marketing and communications. We've talked to a guy about pulling the data out of Facebook so that we can get a map of where all the supporters of the campaign are, and that would be a very high impact visual for us to use, because I think we've probably got support from most countries now, membership from most countries of the world.
And what's the next thing to do?
Next thing to do is to keep the Facebook group going. That's the most important thing, because we wouldn't get anywhere without that. And I think it's going to probably have to be 3 times the size it is now before an NGO is going to get involved. Because obviously Coca-Cola does come with some baggage, let's be honest about that, and it needs people to, lots and lots of people to say this is a really good idea, and let's just do it.
So okay, so get over to the Facebook group and
sign up. All you have to do, go to Facebook, search for Coca-Cola, and look on the groups tab, and you'll find it there.